This week's edition of Eyewitness Report takes a look at some cases of demolitions as reported by eyewitnesses in Agege, Ipaja and Ijeododo communities in Lagos State. Affected residents allege high-handedness by government agencies. In Cross River State, motorists cry out for help as the collapse of a bridge in Akankpa local government area of the state threatens trade activities between Nigeria and Cameroon border communities. This edition also highlights the fire outbreak in the markets in Yola, the Adamawa state capital. These and more shortly. Welcome to the program. I am Yomi Otaibi. Let's begin from Lagos. Recent demolition of properties alleged to have been carried out by government agencies in some parts of the state was brought to our attention. We followed up on some eyewitness videos and pictures to highlight the plight of residents in Ijeododo and Ipaja area after their properties were brought down.
A signboard mounted by the Lagos State Building Control Agency on a street in Ipaja warning trespassers is evident that the land in question belongs to or has been overtaken by the Lagos State government. In this case, the notice was mounted after the demolition of a structure found on the land. Members of the Shunaike's family are heartbroken following the demolition of their property, which once occupied this space. It was brought to ground zero under controversial circumstances, with fingers pointing at the Lagos State Building Control Agency.
They just called me around January, say they want to demolish this place. I don't know what is happening. Every time they used to bring something, they used to come and check and bring notes, say we want something. The last time they come here, they say we should do something about 100,000. I send the money to my boys, they do it. Unless the one I see last, that is one on the 11 or 12. Before they 11 or 12, in the Saturday, Sunday, they just come and demolish everything, carry everything. Those tenants, they carry their load to everybody. Some are traveled for the new year, so they have never come back. They carry their load, they carry everything. They carry everything, they carry it go. So I'm a elderly somebody, I'm a window, so I beg government to help me, to help us out of this one. They just cheat us, So I don't know what is going to happen because I don't see this one. This house is built by my papa, my daddy built this for us and leave it for us to be taking care of it. So they just come one day, about 11 and 12, they come and demolish everything. They say something is happening. They want to, I don't know what is there say they happen. They just destroy the house, pata, and carry everything in the house, go. The man who used to monitor this place for us, I just tell him to go and do something at the back. Say as they saw something at the back, he has buy block, buy cement, buy everything he wants to use. Before he come on Sunday, they have demolished everything. They have carry everything go. So, and then the tenants, some tenants are hanging everywhere now. Their load, they carry their load, everything go. I don't see this kind of this Lagos Island. To demolish something and carry every load go like that. Carry the tank, carry everything. I don't see you. I see you. This one, I beg government to help us. So they want to cheat us. So I beg someone to see to it. So to help me, to help us. So we are older. we are window. The one you know the order is window. So go help us. So please, oh, I beg go.
It was on Saturday that the agents called on me and tell me that Mommy Sharon, that something is happening at my father's house at Ipaja, number 5 Abayomi Street, Ipaja. That somebody came to warn the tenants that they should vacate the house, that they want to demolish, not knowing that they were already here. Take away the roof and take all the necessary things. On that Saturday, they came. So it was now later that same day, he now called that this is what is happening. Then on Sunday, they came to demolish. And since then, we have been on it. So we went as far as let people that brought the letter to us to know that how come you came to run a test on the building, and you are told that nothing happened to the building except the BQ, which are the back. That even if you want to do anything, should be at the back, not the main building. So they demolished the house on Sunday, and I'm very sure if a government wants to demolish anything, it cannot be done on weekends. It should be done during the week, and a caterpillar will be brought here to do it. Even though, according to what we heard from the tenant, they did not allow the tenant to take any of their properties. I was told that they brought in 2 policemen from Ipaja, and those ones were threatening the tenants. They didn't allow them to pick their items. They parked 2 trucks, very giant truck, out there, and started casting all the items, the gates, everything, and they took them away, saying that it's government that tells them to come and take all these things. Where they are taking it to till today, we don't know. So, and by the time we are here, we saw that they have already demolished, and the tenants were saying that the thing was done on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and no notice so ever was sent to us concerning the demolition of the house, except for us to do at the back, that we should try and work on it, which we already bought the items, everything they are going to use. We send the money to the agents to come and do it for us, so that, and before we know it, they take all those things, they take them away, the closet, everything that makes a building, they cast everything away, telling us that it's for the Lagos State government.
I have a studio here, and my wife also have a fashion stuff that she does here, while I live in another apartment, 2 mini flats, rather 2 mini flats. So before I know it, they broke into my studio, my wife's shop, because it's an apartment. So even my house, the one where I'm living in, we started breaking windows, removing this what's it called, the zinc. And we are even trying to beg them that, sir, please, you can't just storm the house like suddenly like this with no prior notice, that okay, so that we all know how to do all our stuff. We even told them that, but these people, they just came with 2 policemen, and those ones who were even harassing us. In fact, that day there was no caterpillar, nothing. They just came with some couple of thugs, so hoodlums, thugs. So they don't even wear uniform. They are thugs. Came with sledgehammers, started breaking. Some of them were even threatening us. If you don't carry this load, I will throw this wood on your head. I will knock this nail wood on your head. So I was now thinking in my mind, how will Lagos State be doing something like this? Less than 20 minutes, we just saw a van outside. That man just stood. Because that's actually make it look more fishy. How will Lagos State just call a van to now be selling people's properties outside? The van parked there, a very big van parked outside there. They started arranging the what's it called? Pan, the ceiling, wood, everything, all those kitchen utensils, all the kitchen equipment, everything. Many of our loads were lost. We could not recover many of our loads, especially my studio gadgets, worth millions of naira.
there are other concerns for some residents on Adealu Street, meters away from the expressway. Their property was demolished by the Lagos State government in order to give way for this pedestrian bridge. 7 years after his family house was demolished, Tayo Oyinloye is still expecting compensation from the Lagos State government.
Nobody contacted us that they are going to demolish our building. On 10th of July 2017, it was Saturday morning. We just saw a fake task force that they were with bulldozer and started demolish the building without anything. And when we complained, we went to court. The Lagos State lawyer said we should go back to Alausa to resolve the issue. And we've been in Alausa since 2017. Up to today, come tomorrow. Another people have been collecting money as we had. They have not given a dime to us. And they have not even called us for any meeting. And they have been on that land more than 3-4 times to come and measure, to do the evaluation and everything. Till then, up to this moment, they have not given any updates to us at all. We've been there so many times and they say they are working on it, But we felt it's too late since 2017. This is 7 years after. And we have not been consulted, having any meeting on how they are going to compensate us.
Will come in and then pull down the existing structure. This is what we had. But
other residents are facing similar situation in Agaye, Ijeododo, a community in Ijegun area of Lagos State. Apparently, an expanse of land has been cleared and some structures brought down in the process. The Federal Housing Authority is called out on this.
A stakeholder here, I have a property here, and then the portion that is being cleared and destroyed, my mom has a portion there that has also been reclaimed, speculatively by government. To be sincere with you, there are no documented information about what is going on here. The government came in, and that was like 3 weeks now. And what we see they are doing is they are clearing people's acquired properties. And this has been ongoing for 3 weeks. And nobody has shown us any written documentation as to why this is happening. And then it leaves us threatened as residents, as stakeholders, as to what is the real reason for this land grabbing, as it were. So that's the reason we want the world to hear what we are really going through.
Markings on several properties by the Federal Housing Authority, the Lagos State Material Testing Laboratory, and the Lagos State Safety Commission further heightens the fear that the demolition will be extended to the marked area.
Although they have not encroached into my own area, but it's been numbered. And they said to us that this number means we have chance to come and do a ratification. But what we are asking is what happens to the people whose property has been demolished. These are part of us. At least as I stand and speak with you, my mom has a property there. And so I am standing the interest of my mom. So whatever affects one affects all. And my fear too is that when this is over, the chances are they might begin to come to existing properties. And that's our fear. And that's why we're reaching out to government to say, talk to us. We are not violent people. What we want to do is let's understand what your procedure is, and then we'll follow it through and then get a concrete information rather than all the grapevine stories. This one is saying this one is saying that, and the government is not saying anything. We understand too that when the numberings were made, some houses were left out. To an extent, our CDA has explained that to us, and the explanation is this, that if your house is not numbered, it means that it does not fall within the FHA acquisition, or it's on their road maps, and so they will be marked for demolition. So these are the feeders we're getting for houses that have not been numbered. As a community, we have written to FHA. We have tried to get their own side of the story as to who legally owns this part of the land they're acquiring now. This land was sold to the Ndibos and part of us as a land belonging to them. Now, when we saw what is happening here, we we decided to visit FHA. I personally have been there, specifically on the 11th of February of this year, but I didn't get any audience other than speaking with the administrative staff there, who said to us, since your house has been numbered, go and relax, we'll get back to you. And then they said to us again that they have a new MD and a lot is changing with them, and that when they settle properly, they will get back to us. But getting back to us is what we are seeing here now. It's not documented, there are no written information about it, and even the leaders of the community also said to us that they are not aware that this is happening.
Efforts to get reaction from the Festac office of the Federal Housing Authority has not been fruitful. We're informed by an anonymous staff that the zonal director of FHA refused to comment on the matter. Same applies to the general manager of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, who also turned down a request for television interview.
Urgent intervention from the federal government on a collapsed bridge in Akankpa local government area of Cross River State means so much for residents and motorists. This is because the absence of the bridge has stalled their livelihood and economic activities between some border communities.
Few weeks ago, movements along the Oban bridge in Akankpa local government area of Cross River State were still active. The bridge connects urban communities to the dense rainforest leading to the other end of Cameroon, thereby enhancing trade relationships among border communities of the two countries. Now, the only connecting route is cut off. The collapse of the bridge is caused by a truck which got stuck while trying to make its way through. The experience for motorists and travelers on this route is mind-boggling. Vehicles are stuck on muddy waters as they try to make use of the earth road.
What we are asking for is help, please. We need the government to help us. We have been suffering for so many years now because of these breaches. We cannot make business. Business are not moving because of this breakdown of breaches. So we need help, please.
It's an unfortunate incident that's happened, and it's all about affecting the masses. So we are appealing to the federal government to come, prompt response to help alleviate people suffering from this situation.
Even the effort of the Cross River State government to rescue the truck is not yielding results.
And as a commissioner for works, the governor have asked me to come and look at the situation and to report back to him. So I'm standing here to do
a dual report. First, to seek the urgent intervention of the federal government. I'm seeking this million to call on the Minister for Works and of the federal government, His Excellency Senator Dave Umahi, to come to our aid. With the collapse of this bridge, it makes it impassable. If you turn around there, you see over 500 vehicles are parked there, trucks are parked. You can see the truck just sink here. For more than almost a week now, this truck cannot go out. We have brought about 80-ton crane to be able to drag this truck out. It seems, it's as if it is not possible. We are left with no choice to go and look because the 80 tons we brought here cannot even take it out. So we are returning back to Calabar to see if we can get about 120 tons crane that will take it up. But in the meantime, I beg the federal government to see how we can do a palliative measure first here while waiting to award the contract. I think it calls for an urgent attention. So I want to beg the federal government to come to our aid, while waiting for other things that will come in.
The Commissioner of Works have appealed to the federal government, and the message will be passed across to our ministers, and I believe urgent attention will be taking place to remedy the situation. I believe in a short while palliative will be done to give the people of Akampa accessibility to Cameroon. The award has been given to the next bridge, which is at Indembe already. And contractor has already moved to site, and I believe with urgent attention to this particular one, those one will be able to work, because by the time the contractor continue to come back to site now to come and work, they won't get access to that road, which means urgent palliative is necessary on this bridge so that they can get access to the next one that has been awarded already. But I believe with what has happened, this particular bridge, another one will surely be awarded.
It is hoped that the Cross River State and federal government interventions on the bridge come on time in order to keep the trade relations among these border settlements going.
Traders are counting their losses after a fire outbreak gutted about 90% of a market in Yola, the Adamawa state capital. Many of these traders cannot wait to get help from the state government to bounce back.
The popular Yola market lies in ruins after a devastating fire. Shops, warehouses and goods worth hundreds of millions of naira reduced to rubble. Enveloped in desperate sadness, traders comb the debris to salvage whatever could still be of use. Eyewitnesses say there was no electric supply at the time of the fire outbreak, but suggest that it might have been caused by food vendors who cook with firewood in the market.
Our people here they did not have another strength to build another shop here. You can see after Salah, everybody have go to buy another goods to come and sell for the peoples. If you can see, everything have bought. Nobody can tell you that he removed a single piece of something that he removed.
In the aftermath of the incident, Deputy Governor of Adamawa State and the Chief of Staff in the government house were among the first government officials to visit.
For now, we cannot tell how many shops have been affected. We cannot also tell the source of the fire. But government will ensure that that is discreetly looked into to find out what happened, why it happened, and how many people are affected, and government will see what it can do to bring succor to our people, because this government is a government that has a feeling of its people at heart. It's a government that believes in building its people. It's a government that believes in ensuring that the people are carried along. So this government will definitely do something about it.
Governor Umaru Fintiri also visits to see the damage and to sympathize with the affected traders.
I have appealed to them. We have set up a government high-powered committee to look into the whole incidents and recommend to government what government should do to them as palliative and also as a permanent solution to what is happening. In no time, the report will come to my table, but what I'm assuring them is that this market will be rebuilt. We'll rebuild in a modern way. We'll rebuild with structures that will stand the test of time, that will be fire resistance. This is my assurance to them. And this rebuilding of this market, which is in the capital of Jimeta, in the capital of Adamawa, the center of the commercial city, and look at how we can go into emergency to build this market so that they can continue their life in the normal way. Particularly now that we are going through a lot of economic hardship in the country, we will not allow our businessmen to be idle. We will not allow them to suffer for too long. I'm assuring them that with the mandate they have given me, I will use it judiciously to ensure that I alleviate this suffering. I ensure that this market is rebuilt in no time and reorganized in such a way that such an incident would hardly reoccur again in the future.
Yola Central Market has recorded 2 fire outbreaks within the space of 9 months, the latest being the worst. In July 2003, about 20 shops were affected. The incident brings to mind the need for traders to be watchful and take necessary safety measures to avoid a reoccurrence.
With your smartphone and other mobile devices, you have the opportunity of being an eyewitness reporter on the program. Your pictures and videos of happenings around you can tell a story that could attract developmental changes to your community. Capture these moments and upload them on our Eyewitness portal on the Channels TV app, which you can download from the various app stores online. Follow the instructions to upload them and attach your details for us to reach out afterwards. Thanks for sending those images. That's it on this edition of the program. It's been nice having you with us today. Thanks for watching and see you again next time. I am Yomi Otaigbe.